The tubeless dual-chamber system is like steroids for your tires, as it provides 100 psi of protection and stability at the rim where you need it, and massive low psi traction gains where you want it. Twice the traction, twice the protection.
Do you remember back when in the winter we were so close like lovers? I swear we were one, I was lightning, you were thunder, and we were on the run.
Hi, and welcome to the latest edition of Dirt Bike Magazine's The 18s video series. Today we're going to take you up close and personal with the 2018 RMZ450. So we first got to see this motorcycle in the beginning of 2017 when they introduced it as the bike that they would be riding in Europe at the MXGPs. Since then, we haven't got a lot more information about it. That's all about to change. We know everything about this motorcycle now. But we're not gonna bore you with percentages and millimeter differences and stuff like that on this video. We're just gonna give you the basic overview. Obviously, it's got all new plastics, all new bodywork, new styling throughout, a brand new mainframe, subframe, and swing arm. New Showa suspension components on both the front and the rear. In the front, the big news, springs are back. Suzuki is the first to introduce a brand new Showa shock that has never been seen in the United States on a production competition model. It's got a larger brake in the front for improved braking. The wheelbase is actually shorter than previous years. What Suzuki was trying to accomplish with this motorcycle is retain its good handling ability, but make the bike narrower. Engine-wise, we're actually surprised on how much wasn't changed. There's a new 44mm throttle body that the injector actually comes in from the bottom now instead of on the top. There's a new intake cam, a new piston design for better durability, and the intake system has actually been redesigned from the air filter all the way to the throttle body. The air filter is actually larger at the opening to get more air into the system, and the air boot has a more direct line into the throttle body. And then all the electronic settings in the ECU have been changed to match updates to the engine, which includes Suzuki's S-Hack system. The rear chain guide and slider was redesigned, and that might not sound like a big deal, but it's a significant amount of drag has been reduced. We actually like the fact that Suzuki has returned with black wheels and some black accents. It actually gives the bike a pretty cool look in stock form. And this bike comes with Bridgestone Battle Axe tires. So that's enough talking. We want to ride this thing. So check back later on in the video for our first thoughts and impressions of the first day of testing. So we just finished our first day of testing here at JGR facility in North Carolina. 2018 RMZ450, it's pretty good. We like the power differences from this year to last year. It's kind of like a pipe on last year's bike. It's a little bit more responsive, a little bit more power all around. It's kind of hard to tell exactly because this dirt is a little bit tackier than what we're used to out west, so the bike's gonna hook up a lot more. Handling wise, the bike still turns really well. The fork was on the soft side for us, so we had to stiffen it up. We actually slid the forks down in the clamps to kind of balance it out a little bit. At first we were getting a little bit of a stink buggy feel. So in the back we were running about 106 millimeters of sag just to kind of settle the back down. And the new shock is definitely livelier than last year. It wants to move around and transition a little bit more, a little bit faster than what we're used to. We slowed that down on some of the high-speed adjustments. And overall, the bike feels a lot slimmer than previous years. Feels a little bit easier to flick around in the air. It is going to be interesting to see when we can put this bike side by side with all the others in the 450 class to see exactly how much lighter and how much smaller the bike will feel. We are definitely bummed that it doesn't come with an electric start. I think most people were expecting it, and I don't think they would have minded the extra weight that it would have added. Hopefully it's coming soon. One of the things we did notice last year's bike, we had some issues with the clutch fading in and out. This year it's pretty much the same thing. You have to adjust it a lot, especially when you're using it and going through corners and clutching it out of corners a lot. You don't have to clutch it as much as previous years because it's got more power there, but it does fade in and out. You have to keep adjusting this clutch, and sometimes that leads to stalling in a corner. Again, remember, this is our first day on the brand new motorcycle. Once we get it back to California, get it out west, and we can ride on the tracks that we're familiar with and do a lot more testing, we look forward to seeing what this bike can do, how it stacks up against the rest of the bikes in its class. Look for the complete test on a 2018 RMZ450 in the November issue of Dirt Bike Magazine. And as always, for the latest off-road industry news, check out dirtbikemagazine.com. Look for the complete test on a 2018 RMZ450 in the November issue of Dirt Bike Magazine. And as always, for the latest off-road industry news, check out dirtbikemagazine.com. Did you miss the 2018 CRF 450R or YZ 450F? Now's your chance to get caught up. Click the video thumbnail now.